She was just glowing. Everything that she had ever dreamed of had come true. I want people to know that apart from her obvious beauty, like her little laugh and her little mannerisms, that she just reflected a quiet but deeply caring, intelligent, very loving person. She was really your all-American girl. She was a good kid. She had the whole world ahead of her. A fun-loving child, very happy-go-lucky. Very active in school. She did whatever she could and was in whatever club she could join. She was fun, loud, girly, like sassy. She was a very independent woman, like very strong-willed, in control of her own life. She took the bull by the horns. She was a rare gem to have as a friend. We were very lucky to have been with her. She looked at the world so much deeper and with so much more meaning than anyone I've ever met. Most people would be concerned about things like prom dresses. She was just concerned about all kinds of things. She was very philosophical. She wanted to know how the world worked, how the universe worked, how God worked. I'd consider her an old soul. She also had this light, more carefree side. Quirky is the key word when it comes to her, because she did have this different sense of humour. She knew how to make everyone laugh. She liked to make faces. Her and her friends would just act goofy sometimes. She was a really energetic kid from a very young age, a bit of a daredevil. She liked to do skateboarding and the climbing walls. She liked going and just kind of taking risks and stuff. Her greatest passions were drawing and music. She was a bright honor roll student who was so geared to learn. She would read books, 4 or 5 books at once. Smart kid. She was such a smart kid. It's the truth, She was one of the most beautiful women who ever lived. She wasn't just beautiful on the outside, she was beautiful on the inside too. She was very down to earth, very real, fun. She was just a beautiful girl. She was very funny. She liked to talk a lot, a tomboy to a T. She always wore jeans and sneakers. A social butterfly. She was very outspoken. Very tomboyish, but she also had this pretty, cheeky side to her also. Like really reserved. She liked her school. She liked her friends. She made everyone feel welcome. Her phone was going off quite often. She liked pink a lot. I would say that was definitely her signature colour. If she could have put the whole world in pink, she would have. Such a happy, normal American girl. Very happy to be alive and happy to have her friends. I don't think I ever saw her without a smile on her face. A girl that beautiful, of course she had a boyfriend. She was the kind of person where I could have the worst day at school. I could have been arguing with my mum or something, and within a minute of being around her, just none of that mattered. She had this very strong presence about her. She was just one of a kind. She was a real sweet girl. Just really sweet all the time. She wanted to go to college. She wanted to be a doctor. She didn't really talk too much. She was very academic. I mean, that's all she would really talk about. The few times that we did have very long conversations, all about school and how she wanted to do this and that. She did have plans for herself. She definitely had future plans. She had such a special spirit about her. You can see that spirit in photos of her. She just exudes something special, and you just want to smile whenever you see her. She was just like that in person. She was always a tomboy, but she was very careful. If she thought she might get hurt, she wouldn't do it. Quite content as a child, You don't always have to be doing something with her. She was just quite happy, bright, fun-loving, someone who enjoyed spending time with her family, shopping with friends, every inch a typical girl. She was very thoughtful, actually. She knew everybody's birthdays. She used to panic if she didn't have enough money to buy somebody a card. Very, very loyal to her friends. Always put them first, always. I think of the two of us, she was definitely the most bubbly. She had the most friends, you know? Found it easy to communicate with people, so most people got on with her. If anyone was having a party, she had to be there. She liked a party for sure. She liked dancing. She'd look after all the kids at the parties too and dance and play with them all night so the parents had the freedom to go and do what they wanted. I mean, personality-wise, she was just fantastic. She even enjoyed little bits of modelling and stuff when she was younger. So outgoing. She talked to anybody and everybody, made them feel welcome. Just had a way with people. She was very sweet. Always did as she was told. On the odd occasion where she didn't, you'd be quite gobsmacked. She was very, very generous. She would give you her last sweet and think nothing of it. It's almost awful to use the word perfect, but if you could have a child who was as good as gold and did the right thing all the time, she was the one. She's like a little ray of sunshine. She made you happy. She's just so kind. I honestly can't get across to you how kind she was. Funny. Daft. So daft she'd make you laugh by just starting dancing for no reason. Just so lucky to have had her as a best friend. She is the best friend anyone could have in the world. She just makes me laugh still. So much. How funny she was, how crazy she was. Knowing she was really sweet and really kind, but just so funny. She loved nothing more than a night with her girls. Caring, kind, and petite. As soon as you heard her voice in the house, it just brought a smile to your face. The whole place just filled with sunshine.